Have you ever looked into your cat's eyes and wondered if there's more behind that slow blink? Maybe your furry friend isn't just cute. Perhaps they're silently judging your life choices and plotting their next 5 moves like a feline chess grandmaster. Sure, people talk about dogs doing tricks and parrots repeating words, but cats, they're in a league of their own. Behind that adorable loaf on the windowsill might be a 4-legged mastermind who's figured out how to guilt trip you into opening treats and possibly learned how to operate your light switches while you sleep. Today we're discussing 10 mind-blowing signs your cat is secretly a genius. No, this isn't your average "my cat can high five" list. These signs will change how you see your housemate forever. Let's get into it. Sign number 1. They master your routine like a psychic roommate. Some cats have no problem with just existing in your home, but others, they operate like full-time surveillance agents with an obsession for your schedule. They know exactly when you wake up, when you open the fridge, and when you usually return from work. And no, it's not just by sound. These cats are locked in on your habits like they've been taking notes. A genius cat doesn't just react to your routine, they anticipate it. They're already sitting by the door 5 minutes before you arrive, without hearing a single car horn. Or they're pacing around the kitchen right before you even think about making lunch. Even when the routine changes, they're not thrown off. If you start waking up an hour earlier, they will adjust like it's part of the master plan. You switch the feeding time, they've already updated their internal calendar and are staring you down. Sign number 2. They love to solve problems. While other cats will accept their fate when a door is closed in their face, a genius cat sees a challenge that needs a solution. If your cat has ever figured out how to open a door, paw at a latch, or use nearby objects to reach something out of bounds, you're not just living with a pet, you're sharing a flat with a furry mastermind. You might see them dragging a book over just to climb onto a higher shelf, or watching them nudge their toys closer using another toy like it's a toolkit. That's problem solving, and it doesn't stop there. Most cats give up after a few swipes when a puzzle toy gets tough. But the clever ones pause, test, and try different angles like they're in the middle of a physics exam. And when they finally get the treat, they look at you like, "Took me 2 minutes. Try to keep up." This is calculated by trial and error, and it's impressive. Sign number 3. They speak fluently in their own way. If you think your cat's meow is just random noise, think again. A smart cat customizes their communication. They don't just meow, they curate their sounds. One sound for food, another for play, then a special chirp when they want your attention. And if that doesn't work, they'll switch tactics to maybe paw at the water bowl or walk dramatically toward the cupboard. Some even go a step further, mimicking tones they've heard. This is the part where you begin to notice a meow suspiciously sounding like your ringtone. The odd noise they make every time you say treat is not a coincidence. They're testing patterns, remembering reactions, and adjusting to what gets results. Beware not to assume this behavior is cute. It's very calculated, and if your cat has already figured out which sound gets you off the couch fastest, congratulations, you've been trained. Sign number 4. They know that's them in the mirror. Most animals fail the mirror test. They either ignore the reflection or try to fight the mysterious other creature. But a brilliant cat clocks what's going on, and they start making use of it too. Some cats will spot their own reflection, pause, and instead of launching an attack, they fix their fur. Or better yet, they use the mirror to spy on things happening behind them, like watching your every move. This kind of self-awareness is rare among animals. It means they're not just reacting to movement, they're processing the reflection in them. If your cat is using a mirror to monitor you sneaking snacks in the kitchen, just know that surveillance works both ways. It's their higher cognitive ability at work, and you might just realize that your cat is more self-aware than some of your flatmates. Sign number 5. Their memory could rival yours. You might forget where you left your keys, but your cat, they remember everything, especially the important stuff. An intelligent cat can recall where they last hid a toy, even if it's been untouched for weeks. They know the sound of the cupboard that holds the treats. And they definitely remember the friend who accidentally stepped on their tail 2 years ago. They don't just store these memories, they are prepared to use them. They connect sounds, actions, and outcomes. You crinkle a certain bag, and they're sprinting into the room before you even call them. That's not instinct. That's recall, association, and prediction all working together. They're not just living in the moment. They're running a highlight reel of everything you've ever done that involves food, affection, or betrayal. And keep in mind that your cat never forgets. Sign number 6. They adapt quickly. Most cats love routine. They pick a favorite nap spot and stick to it like it's a contract. When it comes to the genius cats, you'll see a difference. They don't panic when things change. They recalibrate, move the furniture, shift feeding time, or even move to a new house. And a smart cat will easily adjust. Before you know it, they are exploring. They scan the new setup, identify safe zones, map out hiding spots, and learn the rhythm of the new space like they've been there all along. It's also a way of being strategic for your cat. A genius cat recognizes patterns quickly and adjusts without missing a beat. They learn the new rules faster than you do, and sometimes even beat you to settling in. If your cat thrives in new environments and handles change like a pro, you're looking at a ninja cat with a brain wired for adaptability. Sign number 7. They copy you. You think your cat's just watching you for fun? Think again, because we honestly believe they're studying you while you open a door, slide a drawer, or turn on a tap. If your cat's been paying attention, they're already plotting how to do the same. Some cats actually learn to mimic your actions like pawing at handles, nudging open cabinets, and even figuring out how faucets work. But it goes beyond the physical stuff. Some cats pick up on psychological cues too. They know when the atmosphere is just right to bring you their favorite toy so you can play. That's evidence that your cat's ability also lies in observation and interpretation. They're your understudy. Sign number 8. They read the room better than most people. If you've ever had a bad day and suddenly found your cat quietly sitting beside you like a therapist, you're not imagining things. Some cats are emotional sponges. Smart cats don't just react to your voice or gestures. They tune into tone, posture, and even your energy. They know when you're anxious, sad, or just not yourself. And instead of acting like nothing's happening, they adjust. They come closer, purr a little softer, maybe even give you that gentle nudge. But it's not just about humans. They do this with other pets, comforting a stressed-out dog, sitting near a sick companion, giving space to the grumpy old cat across the room. This kind of emotional awareness takes more than instinct. It's the kind of presence, social intelligence, and empathy some people are still working on. Sign number 9. They learn through trial and error. Some cats just knock things over because it's fun. In contrast, the brilliant ones are taking their time to use this activity and run experiments on you. If your cat spills a glass and backs away from the splash, best believe that they're not startled. They've learned. And next time, they might knock it differently or avoid it altogether. It's a method and they've learned it. Whether it's unlocking a treat puzzle, opening a container, or figuring out how to reach something high up, a smart cat doesn't give up. They will try it, then adjust. They'll remember what worked and ditch what didn't. You're watching a research process unfold from hypothesis to test to result and then repeat. They're studying it, learning from it, and adapting with each try. It's like living with a researcher who naps in your laundry basket. Sign number 10. They hunt with strategy. Every cat has a hunting mode, but the intelligent ones don't just chase a toy or randomly pounce. They watch closely, plan, and you'll see it in the way they wait, track, and predict where that laser dot or feather wand is going before it moves. A clever cat doesn't waste energy. They study the prey, choose their angle, and strike immediately. Even if you hide a toy under the couch, they'll pause, think, and figure out the best way to fish it out. And they'll remember the trick for next time. This kind of behavior is pattern recognition, strategic thinking, and patience all rolled into one perfectly silent stalker in socks. There you have it, 10 unmistakable signs that your cat might be a silent genius hiding in plain sight. They're observing, planning, communicating, and maybe even outsmarting you more than you realize. If your cat ticks any of these boxes, we'd love to hear about it in the comments. What's the smartest thing your feline friend has ever done? Tell us below. Don't forget to like this video. We've got plenty more genius level content coming your way.